How could you? Get out of my house!
Victoria, please wait.
He was called a failure. He was chased out of his own house by his wife and his mother-in-law. This story will inspire you. This story will motivate you. And please watch the story to the very end. Share your thoughts about this story.
They didn't just ask him to leave. They changed the locks while he was still at work, packed his life into 2 black nylon bags, and poured a bucket of dirty water on his mattress so he would have nowhere to sleep that night. When Ethan Cole turned his key in the front door of the house he built with his own sweat in Port Harcourt, the key didn't turn. It jammed. Then it snapped. Behind that door, his wife Claire was laughing with her mother Victoria, drinking wine from the glass cups he bought for their wedding anniversary. His clothes were already on the veranda, his shoes thrown into the rain like trash. His wedding picture was face down in a puddle. The glass cracked straight across his smile. He knocked once, twice. Victoria opened the door just enough to look him up and down like a stranger. "Failure doesn't live here anymore," she said. Claire stood behind her, arms folded, eyes cold. "Take your bags and go." A real man would have left since. That was the night a quiet man learned that the people you love the most can become the cruelest. Before we go deeper into this painful story, if you're new here, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and watch to the very end. This story will break you and heal you at the same time. Comment below where you're listening from, and after, tell me what you would have done if you were Ethan. Ethan wasn't always the man they called a failure. 5 years earlier, in the hot, noisy heart of Port Harcourt, he met Claire outside a small computer center in GRA. He was 26, driving a delivery van for a logistics company in Transamadi by day and studying mechanical engineering part-time by night. His shirt was always a little faded, his shoes always dusty, but his eyes were steady. Claire was beautiful in the way that made bus drivers slow down. She sold perfume at a small shop, and she had a laugh that made Ethan forget how tired he was. He didn't have money for fancy dates. He took her to eat bowl and fish by the roadside. He walked her home when fuel was too expensive. He fixed her mother's old generator for free when nobody else could. She said she loved him because he was different. "You're not like these Port Harcourt boys chasing quick money," she told him one evening under the yellow streetlight. "You have vision." His vision was simple. He wanted a small house that was his, a small business that was honest, and a wife who would stand with him while he built both. He told Claire this on the night he proposed, with a simple ring inside a small velvet box he had saved 3 months to buy. She cried and said yes. They married in a modest hall. Ethan's younger sister Maya was the only family he had left after their parents died in a road accident. She danced so hard that day, her shoes broke. Sam, his best friend since secondary school and a mechanic at the waterfront, was his best man. Sam leaned in and whispered, "Brother, guard your home. Love is sweet, but money makes people change." Ethan laughed it off. The first 2 years were hard, but happy. They rented a one-room apartment in Rumokoro. The generator noise never stopped. The landlord, Mr. Thomas, was always knocking for rent, but Claire would wait up for him with hot food, and they would plan. Ethan saved every extra naira. He stopped eating lunch at work. He took extra night deliveries to Oyigbo and back. In the 3rd year, with a small loan and all his savings, he bought a half plot of land on the edge of town. He and Sam molded blocks on weekends. Maya helped carry water. Claire brought them cold water in a flask and took pictures for Instagram. Slowly, a small 3-bedroom bungalow rose from the red earth. It was his proudest moment when they moved in. He carried Claire across the threshold himself. "We did it," he whispered. That's when Victoria came to stay. Claire's mother, Victoria, had lost her shop in the market after a fire. "Just for 3 months, Ethan, please," Claire begged. "She has nowhere else." Ethan said yes. He respected elders. He gave up his small office room for her. 3 months became 1 year. Then 2. Victoria did not come to help. She came to rule. It started with small insults at the dinner table. Ethan would come home late, his back aching from lifting cargo, and Victoria would look at his worn polo and say, "Claire, is this the man you left all those big men for? Look at Daniel from our church. He just bought a Lexus." Claire would laugh, nervous at first. Then she stopped being nervous. It grew. Ethan's logistics dream was slow. He left his delivery job and bought a used van with Sam as his partner. They named it Cole and Sam Haulage. Some weeks were good. Some weeks the van broke down and ate all the profits. Some weeks fuel prices doubled overnight in Port Harcourt and they worked for nothing. Every bad week became a weapon in his own house. "You call yourself a man?" Victoria would shout so the neighbors could hear. "My daughter is wasting her beauty. You can't even buy her a human hair. You can't take her to Dubai like other husbands." Claire stopped defending him. She started joining in. "Ethan, I'm tired of managing. I'm tired of explaining to my friends why my husband is still driving an old van. When will you grow up?" He tried to explain his plan. He was bidding for a small contract with a construction company. If he got it, they would buy a second van. He needed 6 more months. He needed peace. They gave him noise. Victoria convinced Claire to quit her perfume shop. "A fine girl like you should not be standing in shop all day. Your husband should provide." So Claire stayed home, watching movies, visiting salons on credit, and comparing her life to women on Instagram. The bills grew. The respect shrank. Ethan started sleeping in the living room because Victoria said his snoring disturbed her prayers. He started eating after they had eaten. He started feeling like a visitor in the house he built. The only people who saw him were Maya and Sam. Maya, now in her final year at university, would visit and hold his hand. "Brother, don't let them kill your spirit. I see how you walk. God sees." Sam would meet him at the workshop, give him a cold bottle of malt, and say, "Ethan, this woman and her mother are eating your destiny. A man cannot build with people who are praying for his downfall. Protect your papers." "What papers?" Ethan had asked, tired. "Your house papers, your business papers. You think Victoria is here for jollof rice? Open your eyes." Ethan had dismissed it. He was not a suspicious man. That was his mistake. The contract he waited for finally came through in March. A construction firm in One needed a reliable hauler for 6 months. The advance payment was enough for a deposit on a second van. Ethan came home that evening with hope he hadn't felt in years. He bought suya, he bought wine, he wanted to celebrate with his wife. He walked in to find Victoria and Claire counting money on the dining table. Bundles of cash, more cash than he had seen in months. "Where did this come from?" he asked, smiling. Claire froze. Victoria smiled a slow, dangerous smile. "Your wife is finally learning to be smart. She took a loan using the house as collateral. We are going to start a big boutique business. You can be driving us to market." Ethan's heart dropped. "What loan? What collateral? The house is in my name. You can't." Claire stood up, her voice sharp. "It's our house, Ethan. My mother advised me. You are too slow. We can't wait for your van dreams forever. The papers are with the cooperative. We will pay back." Victoria added, "And if you were a real man, your wife would not need to do a man's job." That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. He went to his old metal toolbox in the store and pulled out his file of documents, the original land receipt, the survey plan, the certificate of occupancy he had processed with Mr. Thomas, the old lawyer who helped him. He flipped through them with shaking hands. Something was wrong. The copy of the CFO was not his copy. The signature on it looked like his, but it wasn't. It was a perfect forgery. The passport photo attached was his, But the date was 3 months ago, a date he never went to any land registry. His blood went cold. The next morning, he confronted Claire. She didn't deny it. She screamed. So what? You were going to keep everything in your name while I suffer? My mother said a woman must secure herself. Victoria came out of her room clapping slowly. Finally, she has sense. Ethan, you are a failure as a provider. Now you want to be a failure as a husband too? Sign the other papers and let us do business like adults. He refused. That refusal was the match. For 2 weeks, they made his life hell. They locked the kitchen. They insulted his manhood in front of neighbors. Victoria told everyone in the compound that her daughter married a broke man who couldn't perform. Claire told her friends on the phone, loud enough for him to hear, I'm still young. I can still find a real man. Ethan kept quiet. He was gathering his thoughts. He went to see Mr. Thomas, but the old lawyer's office was locked. A neighbor said he had traveled to Abuja for treatment. He came home late from work on a Friday, exhausted, to find his key didn't work. Victoria opened the door that night with that cruel smile. Claire stood behind her. His bags were in the rain. Take your failure somewhere else, Claire said. Maybe your sister can wash your clothes. He didn't beg. He didn't shout. Something in him just broke quietly. He picked up his 2 bags, his cracked wedding picture, and walked out of the gate of his own house, while the security man looked away in shame. He walked in the rain to Sam's workshop. Sam didn't ask questions. He just opened the back room, gave him a towel and a wrapper, and said, Welcome home, brother. Ethan sat on the cold floor that night, staring at the wall, his whole life in 2 bags. He thought about the forged papers. He thought about the loan. He thought about how they were celebrating inside his house while he was outside like a thief. His phone buzzed. It was Maya, crying. Brother, Claire just posted on WhatsApp status. She and her mother are drinking wine in your parlor. She wrote, Finally, peace. No more bad luck in this house. Ethan closed his eyes. The pain was not just betrayal. It was humiliation. Then his phone buzzed again. Unknown number. He opened it. It was a photo. A clear photo of a document, the loan agreement Claire and Victoria signed. His forged signature was at the bottom. But what made his hands shake was the second page. A second loan, bigger, taken 6 months earlier, also with his forged signature, and the guarantor, Victoria. Attached was a short message. They didn't just forge your house, they used it to borrow 18 million naira. And they are not planning to pay back. Come to my office on Monday. I have the originals. J. Okonkwo and Co. Ethan stared at the screen, rain dripping from his hair onto the phone. The quiet man they drove out as a failure wasn't finished. He had just been handed the first piece of proof, and when he looked up at Sam, his eyes were no longer sad. They were alive. They think they buried me, he whispered. They don't know. I just found the shovel. Ethan did not sleep that night at Sam's workshop. He sat on a wooden bench in the back room, the rain drumming on the zinc roof, his 2 black bags at his feet, his cracked wedding picture in his lap. He kept opening his phone and staring at the photo of the forged loan agreement. His own signature was there at the bottom, neat and confident, a signature he had never written. The second page showed another loan, bigger than the first, 6 months old, both taken from a microfinance bank in Port Harcourt, 18,500,000 naira. The message underneath was simple. Come to my office on Monday. I have the originals, J. Hart and Co. He didn't cry. He didn't shout. He just felt something cold and hard form in his chest, where the pain had been. For 3 years he had begged for respect in his own house. For 3 years he had been called a failure because his van was old and his hands were rough. Now he understood they weren't just insulting him. They were setting him up. Sam came in at 2 a.m. with a plate of noodles. Brother, eat. Ethan looked up. They forged my name, Sam. They used my house to borrow money. Sam sat down slowly. I told you, protect your papers. Monday morning, Ethan wore his cleanest shirt and walked into the glass office of Hart and Partners on Stadium Road. The receptionist led him to a woman in her early 40s, sharp eyes, no makeup, a stack of files on her desk. Jennifer Hart. You must be Ethan Cole, she said, shaking his hand firmly. Mr. Thomas called me before he traveled for his surgery. He said, if anything happens to that boy's house, give him this file. She pushed a brown envelope across the table. Inside were the real documents. The original certificate of occupancy for his land, with his real signature from 4 years ago, the original survey plan. And next to them, photocopies of the fakes. Look, Jennifer said, pointing with a pen. This is your real signature. See the loop on the E? Now look at the loan papers. The loop is missing. It's a trace job. Amateur. But the bank didn't check because someone inside helped. Ethan's hands were shaking. There are 2 loans, Jennifer continued. First one, 12 million, taken 6 months ago. Second one, 6.5 million, taken 3 months ago. Both list your house in Rumokoro as collateral. Both list Victoria Grant as the co-applicant and guarantor. Both have a forged power of attorney giving her full rights to manage and disposing of the property. Dispose? Ethan whispered. Sell, Jennifer said flatly, and she has already started. She pulled out another paper, a sales agreement draft, dated 2 weeks ago. Victoria Grant agreeing to sell the 3-bedroom bungalow to a developer called Prime Homes for 28 million naira. A 5 million naira deposit already paid into an account bearing Claire's name. Ethan felt the room tilt. They threw me out on Friday, he said quietly. On Saturday, Claire posted a video drinking wine in my parlor. She wrote, finally, peace. Jennifer leaned forward. Ethan, listen to me. This is not just a wicked wife. This is fraud. Organized fraud. If those loans are not serviced in 21 days, the bank will place a foreclosure notice on your house. The developer will then claim you defaulted and try to take possession. Your wife and her mother plan to collect the balance from the sale, leave you with the debt, and disappear. He put his head in his hands. For a moment, the old Ethan wanted to go home and beg, to ask Claire why, to ask what he did so wrong that she would destroy him. Then his phone rang. Maya. His sister was crying at the other end. Brother, where are you? I went to the house to collect your tools for Sam. Victoria chased me with a broom. She said you are a mad dog now. Claire was inside laughing with that Daniel man from church, the one with the Lexus, Daniel Brooks. The man Victoria always compared him to. Ethan closed his eyes. Maya, come to Sam's workshop. Don't go back there. That evening, the 3 of them sat in Sam's small office, Ethan, Sam, and Maya. Jennifer had given Ethan copies of everything and told him to stay quiet for 48 hours while she filed a caveat at the land registry to block any sale. We need proof of who did the forgery, she had said, and we need to know where the money went. Sam, who knew everyone in Port Harcourt's motor parks, made a call. Daniel Brooks is not a big man. He's a loan agent. He connects people to these quick banks for commission. He drives a Lexus that is not his. My cousin works at the car wash where he brags. Ethan made a decision. He would not confront them with anger. He would watch. The next day, Tuesday, he borrowed Sam's old cap and face mask and followed Claire. She left the house at 4 p.m., dressed up like she was going to a wedding, entered a keke, and went to a lounge on Peter Odili Road. Daniel was waiting for her in a corner booth. Ethan sat 2 tables away, his back turned, Sam's old phone recording. He heard everything. Daniel, did he sign the last paper? Claire, laughing. He refused. So Mama did it for him, same way as before. The fool still thinks we borrowed for a boutique. Daniel, The bank manager wants his balance next week. If we don't pay interest, he will call the loan. Claire, let him call it. Once the bank seals the house, we tell them Ethan ran away and abandoned us. We cry to the court. We get the insurance money. We get the developer's balance. 28 million minus the loan, we still have almost 10 million clean. Enough to start over in Lagos. Victoria's voice cut in. She had just arrived, sliding into the booth. Ethan hadn't seen her coming. Victoria, and don't forget the final plan. You are pregnant, Claire. Remember? Claire giggled. I'm not, Mama. Victoria tapped the table hard. You will be, or you will say you are. By the time we go to court for divorce, you tell the judge he beat you while you were carrying his child. No judge will give a violent man his house. We did it with your father. We can do it again. Ethan's blood turned to ice. We did it with your father. You remember then Claire's father had died 10 years ago. Victoria had told everyone it was a heart attack. She inherited his small house in D-Line and sold it within months. Sam had to physically hold Ethan's shoulder to keep him from standing up. They left the lounge at 7 p.m., laughing, planning a trip to Lagos. Ethan walked back to the workshop in the dark, the recording safe in his pocket. He didn't feel pain anymore. He felt clarity. That night, Jennifer Hart listened to the recording twice. Her face hard. This is bigger than I thought, she said. Victoria Grant has a pattern. I pulled her records this afternoon. She was investigated 8 years ago for forging her late husband's will. The case was dropped for lack of evidence. She is a professional. Maya, who had been quiet, suddenly spoke. Brother, I remember something. When you were building the house, Mama Victoria kept asking for photocopies of your documents. She said it was for prayer at church, for blessing the land. Ethan remembered. He had given them willingly. Jennifer stood up. We have enough to file a criminal complaint for forgery, conspiracy, and attempted theft. But Ethan, if we file now, they will run. The money will disappear. We need to freeze the accounts first, and we need to catch them in the act of trying to sell. The plan was simple. Jennifer would file the caveat the next morning to block the land. Ethan would do nothing. He would let them think he was broken. For 3 days, Ethan stayed low. He helped Sam fix engines. He ate noodles. He ignored Claire's taunting WhatsApp statuses, new hair, new wine glasses, a video of Victoria dancing in his living room with the caption, My daughter's house, my rules. On Thursday, the bank called Ethan's line, the number on the loan file, an automated voice. Your loan repayment of 1.2 million naira is due in 3 days. He hadn't borrowed a kobo. On Friday morning, Jennifer called. They've taken the bait. The developer's lawyer called the registry today to confirm the title. Our caveat popped up. He is demanding his 5 million back from Victoria. She's panicking. Ethan felt the first small lift in his chest in years. That same afternoon, a police invitation was delivered to Sam's workshop, not to Ethan's phone, a physical paper. Mr. Ethan Cole is invited for questioning regarding allegations of domestic violence and threats to life, filed by Mrs. Claire Cole. Sam crushed the paper in his fist. They want to lock you up before Monday so you can't stop the sale. Maya started crying. Brother, they will lie. They will say you beat her. Jennifer took the paper calmly. Good. This is perfect. Let them play their last card. We will go tomorrow morning with our file. We will answer their lies with evidence. Ethan spent that night cleaning his old van. He wasn't preparing for police. He was preparing for home. At 6 a.m. on Saturday, his phone rang. Not Jennifer, not Sam. Victoria. He almost didn't answer. He put it on speaker. Her voice was sweet honey, the voice she used when she wanted something. Ethan, my son, come home. Let's talk like family. This police matter is not good for anyone. Claire is pregnant. She didn't want to tell you like this. You don't want trouble. Come home, let's settle. Ethan froze. Sam and Maya stared at him. Jennifer, who was sitting across the table, slowly shook her head and mouthed one word, lie. She slid her phone across to Ethan. On the screen was a medical record she had legally obtained the day before through the loan file Claire's health insurance form. Last checkup, 3 weeks ago. Patient confirms continued use of contraceptive implant. Not pregnant. No plans for conception. And underneath, a second document, a hotel booking confirmation from last month. Claire, Grant, and Daniel Brooks. 3 nights. Paid in cash. Victoria was still talking on the phone. We are family, Ethan. Don't let your pride destroy your child's future. Ethan looked at Jennifer. He looked at Maya, who was holding back tears. He looked at Sam, who nodded once. He took a deep breath and spoke into the phone, his voice quiet and steady, for the first time in years. Victoria, I will come home. Not as your son, not as Claire's husband. I will come as the proof you forgot to bury. He ended the call. Outside, the sun was rising over Port Harcourt. In his hands was a folder thick with truth, original land papers, forensic signature analysis, bank statements showing where the 18 million went, the audio recording, the blocked sale, and the police report they had filed against him. The man they drove out as a failure was about to walk back through his own gate. And this time, he wasn't carrying bags, he was carrying fire. Saturday morning in Port Harcourt was hot and loud. Generators were humming, kekes were honking, and neighbors were already outside sweeping their compounds. Ethan Cole walked up to the gate of his own house at exactly 9 a.m. He was not wearing his old faded polo. He wore a clean white shirt, dark trousers, and his shoes were polished. In his left hand, he carried no bags. He carried a thick blue file. He was not alone. On his right was Jennifer Hart, his lawyer, in a black suit, her own file under her arm. On his left was Sam, his best friend, holding his phone, ready to record. Behind them was Maya, his sister, her eyes red but her back straight. And beside them, in full uniform, was Officer Ben from the state CID, the same officer who had signed the police invitation against Ethan. The gate man saw them and froze. He quickly opened the small door without a word. Inside the compound, Victoria was sitting on the veranda drinking tea from Ethan's favorite mug. She saw him and smiled the slow, cruel smile she always used. Well, well, the failure has returned, she said loudly so the neighbors could hear. Claire, come and see. Your husband has come to beg. Claire came out of the parlor wearing a loose gown, one hand on her stomach, her face practicing sadness. Ethan, thank God. Mama said you would come to your senses, for the sake of our baby. Ethan did not answer. He walked past them and entered his living room. The same living room where they had counted stolen money. The same room where they had laughed while he slept on Sam's cold floor. Sit down, Jennifer said calmly. All of you, Victoria laughed. Who are you? This is my daughter's house. You cannot come in here and give orders. Officer Ben stepped forward. Madam Victoria Grant, sit down. This is now an official inquiry into allegations of forgery, fraud, and criminal conspiracy. You will listen. The smile vanished from Victoria's face. Claire sat down quickly, her hand still on her flat stomach. Jennifer opened the blue file on the center table. One by one, she laid out the papers like cards. First, she said, the original certificate of occupancy for this property at number 14, Rumokoro, issued 4 years ago to Mr. Ethan Cole, signed by him, witnessed by Barrister Thomas Wilcox. She placed it down. Second, the forged certificate of occupancy used to obtain loans, same property but with a forged signature and a false date. She placed it next to the original. Even Claire could see the difference in the loop of the E. Third, Jennifer continued, 2 loan agreements from Speed Trust Microfinance Bank 12 million naira and 6.5 million naira. Total 18.5 million. Both signed with Mr. Cole's forged signature. Both listing Mrs. Victoria Grant as guarantor. Both with money paid into an account in the name of Claire Cole. Victoria's jaw tightened. That is business. He is my son-in-law. We are family. Fourth, Jennifer said, ignoring her. A sales agreement draft between Victoria Grant and Prime Homes Limited, agreeing to sell this house for 28 million naira. A deposit of 5 million already collected. Sam whistled low. The neighbors at the window gasped. Claire started to cry. Ethan, please. It was Mama's idea. Fifth, Jennifer raised her voice slightly. An audio recording made on Tuesday at 7:12 p.m. at Sky Lounge, Peter Odili Road. She pressed play on her phone. Victoria's own voice filled the quiet room, clear and proud. Once the bank seals the house, we tell them Ethan ran away and abandoned us. We cry to the courts. We get the insurance money. We get the developer's balance. We did it with your father. We can do it again. Then Claire's voice. You will say you are pregnant. By the time we go to court for divorce, you tell the judge he beat you while you were carrying his child. The room went dead silent. Victoria's face turned from brown to grey. Claire covered her mouth, tears running down her makeup. The front door banged open. Daniel Brooks walked in, wearing sunglasses, holding a car key like a weapon. What is going on here? Claire, why are these people in your house? He stopped when he saw Officer Ben. Jennifer smiled without humor. Mr. Daniel Brooks, loan agent, the man who introduced Mrs. Grant to the bank manager who does not check signatures. We have your text messages too. Daniel tried to back away. Sam blocked the door. At that exact moment, another man entered, slow, leaning on a walking stick. It was Mr. Thomas, the old lawyer, back from Abuja. His face tired, but his eyes sharp. Ethan, my boy, he said. Sorry I traveled. I kept your original safe because I suspected this woman the day she came to my office, asking for another copy of your land papers. Victoria stood up, shaking. All of you are liars. This boy is a failure. He cannot provide. I was protecting my daughter. Officer Ben opened his notebook. Madam, you will need more than shouting. You forged documents. You collected 18 million naira under false pretense. You attempted to sell property that is not yours. That is 15 years minimum. Victoria pointed a trembling finger at Ethan. Arrest him too. He beats my pregnant daughter. Jennifer reached into her file one last time. She placed two papers on the table. One, a medical report from St. Mary's Hospital, dated 3 weeks ago for Claire Cole. It states clearly, patient has a contraceptive implant, not pregnant, no plans for conception. She placed the second paper down. Two, a hotel receipt for 3 nights at Presidential Hotel booked by Claire Cole and Daniel Brooks, paid in cash. Claire broke. It was not a pretty cry. It was the cry of a child caught in a lie she had lived in for years. She fell to her knees on the rug Ethan had bought. It wasn't me, she screamed at her mother. You told me he would never amount to anything. You told me to do it. You did the same thing to my father. You told me he died of heart attack, but you fought with him the night before. You made me lie. Victoria staggered back as if slapped. The neighbors outside were now recording with their phones. Ethan had not said a word through all of it. He just watched the woman he had once carried across this threshold fall apart. Finally, he spoke. His voice was not loud. It was calm. It was the voice of a man who had nothing left to prove. Claire, he said, I loved you when I had nothing but a delivery van. I built this house with these hands, so you would be safe. I never asked you to be rich. I only asked you to stand with me. You chose to stand on me. Claire looked up, her face wet. Ethan, please forgive me. She made me. I forgive you, he said, and everyone in the room looked at him in shock. Not because what you did was small, it was big. You tried to bury me, but I will not carry your hate into the rest of my life. That is your punishment, not mine. He turned to Officer Ben. Officer, I want to press full charges against Victoria Grant for forgery, fraud, and conspiracy. I have all the proof. For Claire, I will leave that to the court. If she tells the whole truth about her mother's pattern, I will not add my own case against her. Jennifer stared at him, then nodded slowly with respect. Victoria screamed as the handcuffs clicked. You ungrateful boy. After all I did for you. Ethan looked at her one last time. You did nothing for me. You only taught me how strong I could become when I had nothing left. They led her out through the gate, the same gate she had locked against him a week before. The neighbors did not clap. They just watched in silence as the woman who called everyone a failure was taken away in a police van. Daniel was taken too, shouting about his lawyer. Claire remained on the floor. Maya went to her, not to hug her, but to help her stand. Come, Maya said quietly. Pack your things. Claire left that afternoon with one small bag, the same size as the bags they had packed for Ethan. She did not look back. 3 months passed. The rainy season ended and the sun came back hard over Port Harcourt. With Jennifer's help, the bank cancelled the fraudulent loans after seeing the forensic report. The 5 million naira deposit from the developer was returned and used to pay the small legal fees. The caveat on the land was lifted. The house was legally and fully Ethan's again. Victoria Grant was charged to court. The case of her late husband was reopened. She would spend a long time in prison. Claire moved to Lagos. She sent Ethan one message months later. Thank you for not destroying me. I am learning to walk, and to be honest, I am sorry. He read it, deleted it, and wished her well in his heart. Ethan did not become a bitter man. He and Sam used the money from the construction contract to buy the second van, then a third. Cole and Sam Hollage got a new paint job, new uniforms, and a small office in Transamadi. Maya graduated from university with a second-class upper and came to manage the accounts. Mr. Thomas, now recovered, would come by on Saturdays to drink malt and gist. On a quiet Sunday evening, 6 months after that Saturday morning, Ethan sat on his veranda in the same chair Victoria used to sit in. The house had been repainted a soft cream. The compound was clean. Music played low from inside. Sam came out with two cold drinks. Chairman, you don't try. Ethan laughed, a real laugh from his belly. We don't try. Maya came out with her laptop. Brother, we just got the big contract from the honor port. 3 years. Ethan looked out at his gate, the same gate he had walked through with two bags in the rain. He thought about the man who had stood there, broken, humiliated, called a failure. He felt no anger anymore, only peace. He had not returned with shouting. He had returned with proof. And the proof did not just ruin two wicked women, it rebuilt one good man. He raised his drink to the evening sky. The house is quiet now, he said softly, and it is finally home. The end.
Thank you so much for watching this story to the very end. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe, turn on the bell notification icon so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new story.